Expect the Indians starting pitching to be healthy, expect them to be hungry, expect them to hopefully have learned from the Kansas City Royals, who took the Giants to 7 games, lost, and then came back and won the World Series. Expecting a lot of fun, expecting big crowds at the Carnegie Ontario.
Well, they've announced, obviously, opening day sold out in about 3 minutes, but they also announced that the lower bowl is sold out for every weekend game the whole season, which will be a culture shock to a lot of people trying to walk up and buy tickets.
Well, Jim Jones last night on the radio was great, talking about, the ship is fine, we just got to put some new paint on it. I don't know what they're going to do or who they're going to pick up. I'm sure Jeff and I will talk later today about maybe Anderson Varejao, maybe Jared Sullinger. I don't know that those guys will replace Andrew Bogut, but I still have high expectations for the Cavs, and nothing's changed. I think the roster's better than it was a year ago, and I still think this team's going to win the championship.
I think when you have a player like LeBron, as much credit as we give him, I don't think we give him enough that you can really never count him out, ever, because when he can do things that no one else in the league can do. And I always say, to be a basketball fan, you have to love or hate LeBron. You can't be neutral on a player like that. He's just too good and can do so many things that other people just can't do. It's not fun if you don't love or hate him. For the Indians, I think they're better this year. I think the Indians last year were almost like the Cavs in 2014, 2015 in terms of, going to the finals and being very injury-ridden and not being able to finish. I think that I could see them coming back and getting it done this year. I think they're a better team, and they just have to stay healthy. And as for the Browns, I don't know what to expect with them.
I think we got 2 looks at the title this year, Les, again. And as a sports fan, we can sit around and lament, like, how bad the Browns have been, and we need a quarterback, and, like, I'm going to have this conversation probably in about, like, an hour again about the quarterback. But I think, as a fan in a town, I mean, you got Terry Francona managing in your town. You've got LeBron and Kyrie and Kevin Love playing in your town. And I think you're going to win another title in 2017. I don't know if it's going to be the Cavs or the Indians. There's part of me, just because repeating is so hard, that feels like the Indians have a better chance at this than the Cavs do. But there's no doubt that you got 2 more looks at the title coming up in both June and October. So buckle up and get ready for that. Make sure the kids, get plenty of sleep now, because they're not going to be getting it in those months.
I'm looking forward to the Indians the most, because I think they're going to really dominate this season. I'll be honest, I'm a little bored by the NBA regular season, because you knew the Cavs were going to the playoffs. There's no drama during the season. As good as the Indians are, and at worst they're the 3rd best team in baseball on paper, there's drama, because the fickle nature of baseball, you never know. I mean, the Indians can win the World Series, but you can't give any team a great chance, because you never know with the sport, and the playoffs, unlike the NBA and even the NFL to some degree, are very unpredictable. And I mean, the Indians can win 100 this year, they can win 85 and not make the playoffs. I don't expect that to happen, but it's possible.